So I'm not much into celebrity fragrances, but I found a really darn good one that I had to review. That fragrance is Sarah Jessica Parker's Stash SJP right here. We're going to talk about this, plus you'll have a chance at winning one of 2 samples coming right up. That's right, I'm not much into celebrity fragrances. In fact, this is my very first celebrity fragrance, if you don't count Tilda Swinton Like This by Etat Libre d'Orange, which is actually a brand on its own, so it's not really considered a celebrity fragrance, but they did launch that Tilda Swinton Like This with Tilda Swinton, the actress. But this is Sarah Jessica Parker's Stash SJP fragrance, launched last year, 2016. It's an eau de parfum concentration. It is 100 ml for $85, this bottle right here. It also comes in a 30 ml and a 50 ml, but I figured the 100 ml is the best deal, so why not get that one? There's no nose mentioned for this, and then they do mention IFF as a company who did the creation of the composing of the notes. So for notes, what we've got at the top are grapefruit, black pepper, and sage. For the heart notes, we've got cedar, patchouli, white ginger, pistachio, and then for the base notes, we've got olibanum, massoya wood, vetiver, and musk. So there is pistachio in the heart notes here, and I think pistachio stash comes from that word. So that's what I'm thinking, but I could be completely wrong. So, and do I get a big pistachio note in here? I do get pistachio, but it's not a dominant note. What I liked about this one is the fact that it's really, really woody. It's like an intense woodiness, but it's the kind of woody note that is not dry and dusty. If you're ever worked in like a carpenter shop where you're like sawing wood, it's not that kind of wood. It's very, very creamy, very, very milky. And I think that has to do with the massoya wood. Now this is a very, very new note for me. The only place I remember hearing massoya was Massoya Santal, the fragrance. I had to do a little research about massoya wood because I kept smelling this fragrance and I got like, it's really woody, like intensely woody, but it's very, very creamy. And normally woody notes come off very kind of dry and dusty. So it's the complete opposite of that. That's kind of what I was enjoying. The other thing I was really enjoying here is the fact that it is very aromatic, especially from the sage note. It's like you get a big dose of sage in here, and it gives this very, very aromatic quality at the top. So when you're spraying it on at the top, the grapefruit, the black pepper, and the sage are pretty big, but the sage kind of takes over for a while at the top, and that's when I was like thinking, wow, this is very aromatic. This is very masculine for a unisex targeted fragrance, because this is, after all, a unisex fragrance. It's not targeted to the ladies, but I think what happens is when men see this fragrance, they might be turned off because it is an actress, and usually actresses are endorsing, you know, fragrances to their own gender. So a man would, like an actor would endorse a fragrance more for like a man. And here it's kind of, if a man that's not really used to unisex fragrances might think, okay, this is targeted to the ladies, or it's a lady's perfume or something. So I'm not going to go ahead and buy this. But if you're a man and you've thought about it, I highly recommend you get your nose on it because it's very, very unisex, if not masculine leaning. And then in the heart, you know, some woody notes kick in, cedar, patchouli, and that pistachio note comes in, but it's not really heavy. It is very, very faint, but you do pick up a little bit of pistachio. And as a kid, I remember, you know, eating lots of pistachio nuts. We used to actually pick them off of trees in the Middle East, and raw pistachios are really, really yummy. And it does have a very raw pistachio-like note there. It kind of is very faint, but you can pick it up. And then finally, as it's drying down in the base, that creaminess just takes over with the olibanum, so you got a little bit of resin in there. The massoya wood just really takes over. It's really, really creamy, woody as it's drying down. You have some vetiver, and then, you know, of course, once it's like fizzling away, it's kind of, you know, musky. As far as performance goes with this one, it is a really nicely performing fragrance, and the fragrance sprays on very, very oily. So if you spray it on you, you're gonna see the oil residue on your skin for a while. It'll stick on there and it'll stay there for a while. So it is very, very oily, because it's an eau de parfum, so I guess they have more oil concentration of the fragrance notes in here. So when I went to Ulta the store, in fact in San Francisco where I live, I don't have an Ulta near me, so I had to go further away in the city to pick it up. But I originally picked it up using the bottle, and actually the sprayer broke, so I had to exchange it, so I had to go to the San Francisco store because now I had a bottle that wasn't working. Luckily this one's actually working fine, and I've used a bit of it, and it sprays really nicely, but the previous bottle unfortunately sucked, so I got it exchanged. But it's not really readily available. Like, you can't go to Sephora to buy this. It is Ulta only. So you can buy it from Ulta.com, but if you don't have an Ulta near you, you'll have to order it. So that's kind of a negative, but I think maybe it's like an exclusivity thing they're doing with Ulta, and perhaps they'll be more widely available, perhaps at Macy's even, or maybe Sephora. I'm not really sure, but Ulta definitely has it right now. And you know, I do recommend this one. It's very, very unisex, if not masculine leaning, so go check it out. Don't let Sarah Jessica Parker's name turn you off, because if you're thinking it's for the ladies, it's not. It's definitely unisex, if not a little masculine leaning. The reason I'm saying that is also woody notes are usually masculine leaning, and there's no flowers in here. I mean, except for sage, there's really no flowers in this fragrance, so it's all very masculine note. So, but again, really recommend this one. Performance is all day. You know, it's like 6.5 to 7.5 hours, give or take, with this one. So it's an all-day affair. If you like a woody scent, definitely give it a try. It does become resiny woody in the dry down, but that wood, the Masoya wood, is so lovely. It's so creamy, milky creamy, that it's almost kind of edible, but it's not. You know, it's like a creamy wood, if that makes sense. So do check it out. It's my very first celebrity fragrance, and I never speak about celebrity fragrances, and when I sampled it I was like, okay, this is really good. I'm gonna give it a try, and I've been using it and I'm really enjoying. If you want to participate in the samples giveaway, it's 2 samples to 2 subscribers of Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed here, put a comment down, and put down your state and why you want to win this sample, and also write down what your favorite celebrity fragrance is. And we'll run a randomizer and select the first 2 names on the list. Good luck with that. Also, what do you think about Stash? I mean, do you like the idea of this fragrance? Did you know it was more unisex, or did you think it was feminine or feminine leaning or targeted to the women? Put down your comments and let's get a conversation started about this one. Also, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.